Side D begins with the shortest track on the album, Shake, Break, Bounce, clocking at about 3 minutes and 44 seconds. It features a few samples from the song Party and BS by American rapper Rah Digga, and it does credit the original screenwriters as well, so there's that, I guess. So that doesn't really count as plagiarism. Anyway, this is a somewhat more exotic track on the album, in both the percussion and on the guitars, although those two may well be sampled from somewhere else as well. If anyone recognizes the instruments or samples, feel free to let me know on that one. Again, there's not too much I can think of to talk about on this individual song. It may seem a bit too repetitive for some, even when compared to the other songs here, but it's a nice little bop, especially since they do spice it up a bit by adding these bits of video gamey blast sounds and record scratches sprinkled across the track. Definitely has that classic rave disco club vibe. The song would no doubt make you want to shake up, break down, and bounce. At least it'd make me want to do so. After that, we transition over to the penultimate song, Pavo Ging. Possibly one of the more psychedelic tracks. Reminds me of a modern rendition of the Beatles' Tomorrow Never Knows, or at least a somewhat similar vibe, with its reversed guitar samples and even the warped vocals that you'd likely miss if you weren't paying close enough attention. And even still, it's not a whole lot, just someone singing about a person named Marvo Ging, loving their special thing and fleshy ring. I don't know what exactly they mean by special thing, but for all I know, they could mean their donkey feet and or Beanie Baby collection. Point to you if you get the reference. As for the fleshy ring, I don't know if there was an actual case of ring being made out of skin and flesh, but that would probably be pretty disturbing and gruesome. Even more so than the Black Lantern rings. But regardless, this is still a pretty fun little throwback to the classic psychedelic rock music of the 60s and 70s. Marvo Ging certainly is a special thing indeed. And so, our album ends with its longest track, Surface to Air, at about 7 minutes and 23 seconds. And I guess it usually fits to have a song of this sort of length and scale be the finale to the overall album. It has some pretty good build-up at the start with some stretched-out glitchy vocals similar to something out of Aphex Twin. Then it delves into this sweet electronic beat. Under it all, we could hear like a particular popping sound that reoccurs for a good chunk of the track. Almost sounding like the fast revving of a helicopter blades. Like with Marvo Ging, you'd have to be listening really closely with headphones especially to really hear and make out the few bits of the lyrics. Here is the recurring line of, "Please help to make the world you're living in better," or "Please help save the world you live in, our home." Either way, I think it's a fine enough statement to go out on with. If we want to make the world we live in a better place, not just for ourselves, but also for each other and one another as well, and those living overseas who may not be living the same sort of lives that we are, we have to make a stand and play our parts, no matter how small, in making a great difference. This song may not exactly go out on a high note, but it did go out on at least an optimistic one. And with that said, The Chemical Brothers' Push the Button is a really good album, and it's no wonder why it became such a big hit 20 years ago. It pretty much helped in maintaining the Chem Bros' popularity in the new decade and the new millennium, along with Come With Us. The tracks here are also well ranged as well. Not all of them are exactly big, thick cuts you'd hear at a club or rave. Some are chill and even exotic at times. And that's fine too. It's always good to have a variety of styles, even within the single album. And of course the dance songs it does have, like Galvanize, The Boxer, and Believe, are certainly memorable classics to this day. So if you're feeling a bit of nostalgic for mid-2000s electronic dance music, or if you want to reintroduce and recommend the Chemical Brothers to someone you know, or just want to add this album to your collection, do check it out if you can. There's always time to push the button and galvanize. Well, that finally takes care of that. Hello there, chap. How are you doing? Oh, yeah, I'm alright myself. How did your first pilot episode go? Quite swimmingly, I do believe so. Thanks to you for offering me this chance. It's always a pleasure. We, could do with a bit more variety of content on this channel. I mean, I've managed to win that Contest of Champions last year with mere dumb luck. And all I won was a Kanohi mask that doesn't even seem to work in this universe. Speaking of the reviewerverse, I think I heard that many of your fellow World Wide Web reviewers have been travelling all the way to the gas planet of Jupiter recently. Jupiter? Why would anyone want to go there? Apparently, some Imperial invasion has been going on there. Imperial? As in the Galactic Empire? Didn't they try to attack Toronto back in 2018? I would have thought they'd given up by now. Given out, but not given up, it seems. Yeah, at least it makes better sense than some First Order or something. But regardless, we still better keep a close eye or two on that anyways. I mean, if the Empire could come back to our universe again, who knows what other threats may be following.